Hello, welcome back. So today's practice will be all about hip openers, fairly gentle, slow moving practice. So a lot of patience, a lot of kindness towards your maybe more tighter bits. And today you will need quite possibly a strap if you've got one. If not, it's not the end of the world. I'll offer a few modifications to make that work for you. So 30 minutes. Getting your hips nice and open, ready for the day. We'll go ahead and start on our back with the knees bent. Bring the soles of the feet together and open the knees out to the sides. Place the hands on the belly. And then let yourself drop in. So really offer the full weight of the body down into the mat. Empty to the bottom of the breath. And on the inhale, slowly fill the belly, the ribs, the chest. Hover at the crest of the breath. And then exhale through the mouth. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest, lift off and hold. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, nice slow rise up the body. And exhale through the nose. Lower the hands. Use the hands to scoop the thighs up, planting the feet on the mat. We'll bring the arms up overhead and cup elbows, or if that's too tight, just bringing the arms up as high as they go, maybe even out to shoulder height with the palms up, depending on the state of your shoulders this morning. We'll walk the feet to the edges of the mat, knees stay bent. Keeping the feet where they are with the pace of the breath, just start to roll the knees to side. So knees sweep all the way over to the right. Inhale, they rise, and exhale, they fall all the way to the left. Take your time. You may feel a nice sense of opening across the front of the thighs. We're getting a little mild rotation in the base of the spine and the hips. Try and let the elbows relax, the shoulders fall back. Couple more deep breaths here. And once you've floated the knees over to the right, bring them up to center and walk the feet back in towards the midline. We'll lower the arms and scoop up the knees into the chest. Take a deep breath in here, and as you exhale, offer a full, flat, broad back into the mat. Shoulders down. Feel like you're trying to connect as much of the flesh of your back body as you can into the mat, lengthening even the back of the neck. Take another breath here. And with the exhale, lower the left foot down to the ground. We'll raise the right foot and come into a half happy baby. But rather than our usual hold, if possible, try to cup from the outside of the leg. Try and cup the right heel with the right hand. If this is too much, a strap will do just fine. Let the left knee fall out to the side, kind of on the edge of the left foot. And let the left hand rest on the inner thigh. We're just going to gently rock from side to side. A little bit of movement to warm the joint. So movement equals friction. Friction creates heat. And that heat is carried through the synovial fluid, the fluid lubricating the joint. So it's a really nice way to literally warm up the body before we start asking it to do lots of fancy stuff. Good. So then from here, it's a little bit odd, but we're going to allow ourselves to roll onto the right edge of the back body. This means that left knee will probably roll up and the foot will replant. We want to try and drive the top of the knee down to the ground, right underneath the armpit. Stay here and hold. You can bring your gaze over to the right. Left hand can also open out to the left palm up. So we're in this weird kind of side stretch, half happy baby. Take a deep breath here. Keeping the gaze on the right leg or right foot, start to stretch the right leg straight, pulling the toes up towards the face. Good. So breathe it out here. Try and let that left leg relax. Big inhale. Big exhale. Those of you with a lot of room, keep trying to pull the toes up towards the top right corner of the mat. Those of you struggling or have a little bit more tightness than you'd like, keep your strap on your foot and just go where you can. What we're really looking for is sensation, not really any particular shape in the pose. And then with the exhale, release the heels, sweep the right foot back down to the mat, and we come back to center. Feet planted, reset the hips if you need. Next breath, we bring the left foot up, same thing here, from the outside of the leg, cup the heel. Let the right knee fall out, resting on the outer edge of the right foot. Right hand just rests lightly on the inner thigh. And then just start with some light movement, rocking from side to side, generating a little bit of heat to lubricate the joint. This is always a really nice way, starting small with little light movements, to kind of check in and take inventory on what's going on in different parts of the body. So then we're going to do that same weird roll or tip over to the left side, keeping the knee folded in towards the armpit. This right leg will rise up, maybe the foot plants, as we try and bring the knee towards the ground right under the armpit. If it allows, open the right arm out to the side, palm up, and continue to just pull the shape of the leg into the side body. Big breath in. And with the exhale, start to straighten the leg out and up, cupping the heel, creating tone or tension on the inner thighs. You reach through the heel. Those of us with a lot of space start to pull the toes up towards the top left edge of the mat. Otherwise, just feel where your limits are and respect them. Just hover there, use your breath to ease into the shape. Another big stretch, reaching the toes up as high as you can, muster, and then letting go of the foot, bringing the foot back down to the mat. Walk the feet to the edges of the mat once again, hands out to the sides, and just shake the legs out, swing it out. Feeling a lot of flexion right here in the hip crease, so this movement can kind of release that. Very good. We'll bring it together, rock up to a seat, and park the hands behind you. Once the hands are behind you, we're going to bring the left ankle in front of the right into an easy cross-legged position. So leaning back to pull the legs in, a little core for you. Rock forward and bow over the center. Inhale, walk it up, hands park behind you, lean back to disengage the legs and recross, other ankle in front, walking yourself forward. Inhale, bring it up, take apart the legs, reach them up, and then cross it again, other side, fold forward. Inhale, bring it up, lean back, use the arms to support you as you open and recross the other way. So stay with this movement, it's fairly slow. If you want to create more depth in the hips, this time as you recross, you'll stack the left ankle on top of the inside of the right knee and bow forward. Rock up and back, take apart the legs, and then bring it to the other side, ankle to knee. One more time, each side. together, and I'll turn around for a nice view. In Baddha Konasana, I'd like you to squeeze the soles of the feet together. And the second you do that, you feel the engagement of the inner thighs, the adductors. So squeezing the soles of the feet together, lift up tall, draw the shoulders back, chest up. Exhale, pour the belly into the arches and walk yourself forward into a fold. Take a few deep breaths here. Notice how the thigh bones are rolling out and back. The base or the top of the sacrum is tipping forward. The hip points are narrowing. Deep breath. And the inhale rolls us up. Good. Scoop up the legs. Just to say hello and good morning to the hamstrings, we'll stretch the legs out front and come into a brief forward fold. Hands can be anywhere you please, either by the sides of the legs, draped over the top of the toes, or if you've got a lot of space, interlacing around the base of the feet. Inhale, release and roll up. We'll swing the legs over to the side and come into tabletop. Once you've found your way to tabletop, spread out the fingers so you really feel the flesh of the fingers stretch, the webbing between the fingers. And then once you're at tabletop, observe the spine and see if you can pull the front body in and up a little bit to avoid a sway back. That's a pretty natural state when we're leaning forward like this. So pulling the belly in. Inhale, we'll lift the left leg out to the side. Send it back and pull it in. Inhale out. Back to the nose. Out. Back to the nose. One more time. Notice the right outer thigh is also working to stabilize. Bring it to the nose and set it down. Take a pause. Note the structure of the spine, trying to pull the front body in. Strengthen the shoulders means we're pushing the mat away a little bit, creating some tone in the chest as well. Squeezing the outer hips inwards. Inhale, right leg out. Send it back. Pull the knee to the nose. Out. Back. Knee to nose. Out. Back. Knee to nose. One more time. Out. Back. And knee to nose. Hold it in. And then set it down. Give a little space between the knees and then just start to swivel the hips as you round and extend all the way around. Big barrel rolls of the midsection. An organic movement just to loosen things up. And then change the direction. Bringing it to neutral, fan the fingers, either index or middle finger pointing towards the top of the mat. We'll tuck the toes and press back into downward dog. In downward dog, let's set the feet a little wider than hip width. And we're going to alternate bending knees. And when we do, let's let the hips sway from side to side. So we get this nice organic rotation of the hips. The heels and the feet are going to pivot and shift, and that's fine. Let it happen. What we do want to do is keep the structure of the shoulders by driving the hands down into the mat, but also relaxing the head. Very good. Bring it to center. Step the feet together. Two straight legs. Lift up your sits bones. Dip the chest. Inhale, right leg rises. Fold the foot behind you to fan the toes. Good. Sink the left heel and apply a little tone to the left shoulder blade. Solidify that space so we don't dump into the back. Inhale, right leg straightens out, hips close. We pull the right knee in and set the foot in between the hands. Pick up onto your fingertips, framing the right foot. Power up the left leg by driving the heel back, and as you do, stretch the front body forward. Keep a nice angle, 90 degrees of the knee. The heel is firmly planted. Big breath in. And on the exhale, step forward to a fold. Inhale, roll it up to standing, big stretch up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, flatten the back. Pick up the tops of the thigh bones and send them back as you dip forward into a deeper forward fold. Bend the knees, plant the hands, and step back into downward dog. Bend the knees and allow the hips to sway as you rotate in that lower body, just letting that organic movement happen. Close the eyes if you need to. Take a breath out the mouth just to let go of any tension. And then with the next inhale, 2 straight legs, left leg picks up. We fold the foot behind us, fan the toes, and tone or firm the right shoulder blades. Deep breath in. And then straighten out the leg. Bring the hips to level and pull the foot through in between the hands. Pick up onto fingertips. Lower the hips, sink the tailbone, but continue to reach the back of the right thigh up high. Heart and chest reach forward, left heel is planted firmly. Big stretch, big inhale. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, roll it on up, stretch the arms up. This time, exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Bend the knees, coming into chair pose. And then if you need some kind of support for balance, stand next to a wall. Otherwise, we're going to cross right ankle to left knee and sink a little deeper into that chair pose. Then we're going to fold forward, right fingertips down to the mat. Take your left arm and hook the outer edge of the right foot. That arm is going to act like it's trying to pull the leg in and up, and the leg is going to resist a little bit, creating a nice two-way tone. Hold and breathe. If the right fingertips don't quite come to the mat the way you want them to, use a block to place under the hand. Another breath in. Inhale, release, sweep the arms back up into chair. Step the feet down and fold over, forward fold. Bravo. Inhale, roll it all the way up to the top, big stretch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Same, other side, bend into your chair pose. Ground into the right foot and cross the left ankle on top of the right knee. Sit a little deeper. Then either bring the left fingertips to mat or brick as you fold over the leg. Keep the left foot flexed. Use the right arm to hook the outer blade of the right foot. Bend a little deeper and create a little game of resistance between the left foot and the right elbow crease. Deep breath. And then slowly release arms, bring it back up to chair. Set the left foot down and fold over the legs. Well done. Take a breath here, pick up your sits bones, lift them higher, tip forward into the balls of the feet. Then bend the knees, plant the hands, and step straight back to plank. 1 or 2 little vinyasas today, nothing too crazy. Inhale and plank. Exhale, lower down to the belly or half push-up. Inhale, come into your back bend. And exhale, pull it back, downward dog. Bend and sway, let that nice organic movement soften the edges of the practice. Exhale through the mouth if you need. Bring it to 2 straight legs. Inhale, the right leg comes up. Fold the foot behind, fan the toes, and solidify the left shoulder blade into the back. Straighten out the leg, close the hips. Look at your right hand and set the right foot on the outside of the right hand. So now we're in a broader kind of lizard lunge type pose. But what I'd like us to do is to keep the right knee sticking straight up. Often in this pose, I'll instruct to lean the knee out or kick the toes out a little bit. Let's keep it nice and square here. So plug the right foot deep into the mat. Stack the knee over the right ankle. Keep the left knee lifted and reach back through the heel. If you've got a little more room, lower down to the forearms. Keep the chest reaching towards the top of the mat to discourage an over-rounding of the shoulders. Deep breath, keeping that knee sticking straight up. Then we'll lower the left knee and untuck the toe. Bring it back up to our hands. Circle the right hand to the inside of the right knee, and then push the knee away as you reach the chest away, opposite directions. Good. Bringing it all back to center. Place the hands on the mat underneath the chest. Use your left leg to lift you up and back, out of the pose to downward dog. Stay in downward dog, take a rest in child, or move through plank, down through chaturanga. Inhale up into your back bend, and exhale, downward dog. Bend the knees, sway the hips, soften the edges a little bit. Two straight legs, left leg reaches up, fold the foot behind, open up without losing the structure of the right shoulder blade. Straighten the left leg, close the hips, look at your left hand, and step the foot to the outside of the left hand. Keep the right knee lifted up. Stay here and create some tone through the sole of the left foot. Heel plugs in, toes plug in, balls of the feet. Knee is stacked directly over the ankle. The knee might even squeeze in a little bit towards the outer shoulder. If you've got a little more room, lower down to forearms, but continue to stretch the chest forward to keep the back more flat. Bring the hands back to the mat. Lower the left and right knee and untuck the toe. Bring the left hand to the inside of the knee. Push it away as you reach the chest up and back with the back of the head get heavy. Exhale, release it. Hands park themselves under the chest. Use the right leg for leverage to step you up and back into downward dog. This is where you stay swaying knees and hips, or take a moment to roll through your vinyasa to plank. Down through chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale back, down dog. Now we all sway and bend the knees. Take a breath in, big release on the exhale. Two straight legs. Right leg reaches up, folds behind. Quick breath, quick stretch. And then send it straight. Pull it through and step it to the outside of the right hand once again. So this time, if you feel the distance between your feet is really unmanageable, just take a little hop in with the back foot. Come up onto your fingertips. Bend into the lunge on the inhale. Exhale, slide back, peel up the right toes, straight leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, slide back, straight leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, back. Inhale, bend. Exhale. before you park it. Using the breath to create the timing of your flow. Once you reach down dog, a little bending of the knees, a swaying of the hips. 2 straight legs. Left leg reaches up, folds back behind us, open, strong right shoulder blade. Straighten the leg, close it off, and pull the foot to the outside of the left hand. Manage the distance between the feet. If you need to bring in that right foot a little bit, come up onto your fingertips. Inhale, find depth. Exhale, hinge back, peel up the toes. Inhale in. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, bend. Exhale, back. Inhale, bend. And exhale, back. Inhale, bend. Bring the hands back to the mat. Step it back. Downward dog. Start to sway or move through. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And downward dog. Deep breath. Sway. Good. 2 straight legs. Widen the knees as you land them on the mat. Tap the toes together and cruise back into a short child's pose. Feel the head rest on the mat. The second you feel that grounding of the forehead, let the whole body diffuse. Inhale, come back up to all fours. Move through a couple of cat-cows just to work out the kinks. And then coming to a neutral spine, we'll make our way to a seat. So this next hip opener, you may or may not need a brick. Have one handy in case, or a towel or pillow works just fine. So we're going to stack ankles on knees. Now that we're a little warmer, even if it maybe wasn't available in the beginning, you might be able to start to consider it. So set the outer left ankle on top of the right knee, and then shimmy the left or the right shin forward as you open the left knee to the inside or on top of the right foot. This is where a block can come in handy. If you have a lot of space here, it's just not working for you. Another alternative is to come into cross-legged with the left ankle in front. Narrow the space between the legs and try and push the shins as parallel to the top of the mat as you can. So we're still creating that same sort of shape. So stacked ankle to knee or cross-legged, lift up tall. And then exhale, walk yourself forward over center. If you have chosen or are feeling comfortable with ankle to knee pose, the next layer is to walk your fold a little bit over the left knee, just to create a little texture to the stretch. So soften in, release inner thighs, take a deep breath or two. Inhale, bring it on up. Release the legs out in front, just to extend a little love to the kneecaps, shake out the legs. And then the 2 choices are here on the other side as well. So taking it into ankle to knee pose, our left foot folds in front of us. We pull the outside of the right ankle on top of the left inner knee and line up the knees and feet. Otherwise, this is an easy pose, Sukhasana, with the right ankle crossed in front of the left shin. Again, pulling the feet out so that we create a nice line that's flush with the outer thighs and guiding the shins forwards to create that triangular reverse triangle shape in the lap. So from wherever you choose, if you need a little bit of an assist, you're almost there, but you need a little bit more support, bring in a block. Outside of the knee is just fine. Inhale and exhale, bring your weight forward. texture by walking the hands towards the right, bowing over right knee. Walk it back to center and bring it up. Release and shake out the legs. Good. So we'll come onto our back just to close out the practice. Cross the right thigh on top of the left thigh. Open the arms to a T and lower the knees to the left. Bring it up to center. Hug those crossed knees into the chest. Set it down, change the cross of the legs, left leg over right, arms out, lower knees to the right. And then bring it up to center, hug the crossed knees into the chest. Exhale, sets it down. And now is a good time to just turn off the recording, lay yourself out into a very comfortable Shavasana with the legs out long, arms by the sides. Closing the eyes, take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Drop the whole body into the earth. And from here, take your final Shavasana for as long as you'd like. Otherwise, if you're under a time limit, coming to cross-legged, sitting up nice and tall, close the eyes, take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Bring the hands to the heart and a smile to the face. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. Look for my channel every week. I'll throw something out there, 30-minute sessions, and don't be shy if you have special requests. Otherwise, thank you for practicing with me. I'll see you next time.